All right, folks, how we doing today? So today's 8 January 2020. I got here about 2:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm in Baltimore, just trying to wait for a connecting flight back to Las Vegas from BWI. So I was doing some vacation out there in Hampton, Virginia, and I made some videos. I'll tell you about that later. But okay, so um, I made a video about the chaos in DC, but I wanted to give also a update about the PUA and the stimulus check. So let's talk about the stimulus check real quick. So it was approved, I believe, 2 days after Christmas for it was about $900 billion, which everyone would receive $600 if you provided you made less than $75,000. Now, they wanted to try to do, when I say they, this is President Trump, wanted to try to do a $2,000 check per individual or per family, but it was shot down. Okay, those of you that know, you guys know this. So they're gonna roll with the $600 now, and they may make some adjustments down the road, maybe by the spring. We'll see how that goes. So now that that particular package was signed in effect, the checks were supposed to start going out around the 1st. So that was last weekend, about a week ago. Start going out, and it could take up to 8 weeks for you to get your check, from what I understand. So you could be waiting that check probably till like the end of February. Okay, and what I think they would like to see is they want to see like W-2s and 1040s rolling in there, so it can kind of get a gauge of how much money may be coming through for all the people that are working. So we're about maybe 200 million strong in the workforce here. Okay, something like that, between 180 and 200 million. I'm sorry. So if you hadn't already got it, it's gonna be coming soon. I think as long as you have like a bank account, or if they don't have a bank account, they'll mail you a check. That's how they go. Okay. Do they have like any special bank cards or credit cards attached to that? I don't know. I don't think so. But one way or another, the checks are coming. Okay. So unless it's two things, either you owe child support, or you have like a default in your tax refund not your tax refund, but the amount that you owe in taxes. Okay, you ain't been paying that off, they're gonna take that away from you. Okay, and that's just how it goes. All right, so that's that. Now a little bit about the PUA. That's a little bit more complicated. Let's see here. Part of this stimulus bill was the extension of the PUA, and there was different times of when the money was going to come out. I put out a video about a month ago where it was a slightly larger stimulus bill, and that money wouldn't start coming out till like April 5th. But I think what happened was when the benefits expired December 26th, okay, and people need that money right away with the evictions and all that. People were worried about being out in the street here in January. So along with the unemployment being extended, in most places like a little bit over $300 a week. So it's supposed to be a $300 PUA, from what I understand. Will be sent out along with that. And I looked at several reports. I just looked at Google News, NBC News, MSN News, and Wavy TV 10 News. This is back in Norfolk, Virginia. And the PUA checks were supposed to start coming out around the 13th or 14th of January 2021. So here in about a week, those checks are gonna start rolling out. I can't tell you if all the checks are going to roll out at the same time, but they're going to start coming out right then. And uh, whatever, let's just say you were supposed to get after the 26th, they'll just retro the amount that you are supposed to have. So let's just say, for instance, if you don't get your check till like maybe, oh, that's PUA, that is, around the 20th, that means you'll be retro for something like 24 days, something like that. So you'll get pretty much like about 4 weeks worth of back pay. So that's about what, $1,200 that you're going to get. And then once you get that, then they'll just, pay you every week for that. Now, some people had to apply again. I want to say November or December. Some people do, some don't, depending on what state that you're in. But if you do, okay, and you get the money, all right, then you're gonna, they'll get that money to you soon as this process for whatever time, that amount of time that it takes for that, for to do that. You guys may have to be patient because it could take a couple of months. Okay, if you're not eligible last year, you're probably not going to be eligible this year. More than I'm about 99% sure that that's going to be the case. Okay, because you're looking at an extension of benefits. All right. In some states, like Nevada, where I live, if you hadn't applied by the 26th of December, you're not going to be able to apply for this package right here, this particular package. So just forget about it. Okay, if you hadn't done it by then. All right, so I guess it was pretty much had a 9 months or so to apply for it, so you'll just be asked out. So let me see, that's about it on that, other than the benefits being going to be extended to like March the 13th. I believe some of those benefits may continue to like April 10th, depending on what benefit that you have as far as a PUC or compensation or whatever. All right, you have to check to see what packages for you. Okay, and some of that varies on the state too. All right, who's willing to participate in extending it from March 13th, or they have a special extension that is from the 13th of March to like 10 April. Okay, there's a handful of states, I believe it's about 13, and those states probably rely more than likely heavily on tourism and so forth. All right, so you're going to have more people out of work if you don't have that many people traveling due to a lack of work. All right, such as Nevada, Las Vegas. Okay, so that's it on that. Again, to recap, the $600 stimulus checks are going out right now. Okay, as of the 1st, it'll probably could take up to 8 weeks till the end of February, so you may have to be patient if you don't get it. And PUAC is supposed to start going out January 14th. That's if you are squared away and you already been getting it around that time. You may not get it right away, but they're going to give it to you. They're going to retro it back to the 26th, so it's all good. So I just would encourage you guys to make best of your money, make smart choices, as we are in the 2021. Even if you are squared away and you still get it, maybe save it, put it into, I don't know, a business or your kids, or something that can show for it. All right, because when it's gone, it's gone. I think that it's going to get extended again. Okay, beyond that, probably just depending on what state, and I don't know what the qualifications are. This is beyond March. I think it's probably going to be till latter part of June, early July. That's what I think. But until then, all right, let's see what happens. It needs to be extended for as long as we have this pandemic. But I know that they cannot continue to do that for so long. All right, so I'll just leave you with that update and so forth. So you guys stay strong. You guys are in need. I know it's hard out there, but you know, stay prayed up, and you know, stay diligent or whatever. Okay, stay diligent. You may have to kind of humble yourself and maybe, you know, take something that maybe, you know, pay less or whatever. Okay, until what you really want, it comes up or whatever, it comes back up. All right. And I don't know, just make best of what you got. But if you like this video, feel free to subscribe, you know, share, leave your comments, and check out some of my other videos. Thanks for listening.